So now we're going to do some trigger point deeper friction on the anterior neck. It's important to make sure your client is very aware that you're doing this work and maybe even request it. Also to give them permission to tell you it's too weird or something. So you're going to be in a very sensitive area working with the trachea and around the trachea. So to start, we just get some oil up in here. So this first one, we're going to just support the trachea on this side. And now we're going to come in and we're going to kind of cross fiber friction right over the trachea. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're looking at getting the suprahyoid and the infrahyoid. If you feel pulses, don't stick around on that. There's some major stuff going on in here. And you don't really need to spend a whole lot of time in this area. So if people have trauma in this area, then it might not be the best idea to work on it. So again, make sure your client's comfortable with it. And down here you might make them gag, so just be aware of that. Try not to if you can, because once you do something like that, it's hard for them to trust you again. The other thing you can do is actually move the trachea over. So you grab the trachea lightly. So this is really subtle work. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to go. There's a pulse there, so we're not going to push there, but we're going to go right underneath. And you're just going to do a little, maybe cross fiber. Super light. Pulse there, so move a little bit more. So with you moving the trachea, they should be able to breathe just fine. Please don't make your clients pass out. Lack of oxygen. No one wants that. How's that feel? Not super crazy? Okay, so you'll do that on both sides, and I think I'm just gonna do it on both sides because I feel like it'd be really weird if I didn't. For whatever reason, I'm like, I think we need to do both sides. So first one, brace the trachea, push over it. We're actually frictioning on the trachea and the hyoid, supra and infrahyoid. So up here is the supra. Down a little bit. And this might be nice if your client's a singer. They use, all this stuff gets moved around a lot. Now we're going to actually move the trachea over. We're going to go in deeper. Careful of pulses. The hyoid bone is right here. It's a little stuck. It's fine. She's still with us. Hasn't passed out yet. It's great. Sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna just do some stuff right in the attachments up here. So you can feel the jawbone here. So I like to kind of just not choke her, creep along here, and you'll feel like little areas. Is that pressure okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sometimes it can be really tender, and it tends to get a little bit more tender the further out you go. So there's just little spots. I'll do this side. Just kind of creeping along the jaw here. Coming up. Then when I'm done, I like to bring it all together with some effleurage. Just to make nice. And that is that. So I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time doing this work. It's definitely really invasive. So just a little touching of those muscles that never get touched is good enough.